Carolina, where the stories rise. There's a queen with a mission, fire in her eyes. 20 years and counting, serving wisdom on the shelves, helping voices find the courage to believe in themselves. She opens up the pages, lets the hidden stories shine. Black and brown author stepping boldly into time. With a mic and a message, she's changing the scene. Everybody knows her name, she's a literary queen.
From the library shelves to the podcast stream, you lift every author, you wake up a dream. Tuesday night at 8 and the room leans in.
Scrim ball, let it all begin.
SCBookGal, keep shining your light, lifting up the authors, bringing stories to life.
Scrim ball,
we see your dream, literary queen, literary queen. SCBookGal, let the whole world see
Scrim ball,
your legacy. From the page to the air, you set it free. Literary queen, literary queen.
yeah.
Hey everyone, this is your girl SCBookGal 843, and I am here with another recording for you. So how are you guys? Well, I'm gonna say my state got some craziness going on. I don't know if you heard, but Lindsey Graham is gone. God bless his soul. May he rest in peace. Yeah. So right now we don't know who's running for the Republican Party in the state. But you guys know I am. Make sure you get out there and go vote. I will say I think the third week in October is the last week where you can apply to vote in the state of South Carolina. But y'all know I have that information for y'all because y'all know. Very important, very important. But I have a new author for you guys. This is for the ladies. We are about to empower our sisters. Sometimes we have to be poured into, and I can detest it. Right now, I'm at that point when I need to be poured into. So I hope this sister bringing it to me, because girl, listen here, I need you. I am going to bring up author Devonna Fuller. Hey, girlie, come on up. How
Hey,
are
how you doing, girl?
I am good. How are you, Diva?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
I am. Hey, man, thank you, girl. I should be thanking you for being here tonight.
You know it ain't no thing. It ain't no thing.
I be saying nothing about a chicken wing, which I did have some air fried wings today, y'all. Them suckers been good. I ain't gonna lie.
They do be
Might be
good
round
though.
two when I get off here, okay? Yeah. Hey, and I am not afraid to say it. But tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, all right. So my name is Devonna. I am 33. I have three children. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, but I moved to North Carolina at the age of 14. I actually just moved to Baltimore, Maryland 2 years ago. Back in March. Let's see. I love to read. I love to get my money. I love to make new friends. I love to cook. I'm a big cooker. Let's leave that there.
Okay, so hold up. Hold up now. You talk about you's a big cooker. We ain't talking about no pork and beans and rice now, even though pork and beans and rice is kind of good. But
No.
what would you cook if I was right there?
What's your favorite food?
Man, I'm a fuffly black woman. Come on, man.
Hey, yo.
I mean, what do we? Okay,
I
okay. If
would
I
make
had this,
you, being that I'm in Baltimore, and you know, Baltimore is real big seafood. So I would probably make you like some homemade crab cakes, stuffed salmon.
okay, hold up now. Hold up now. So,
Yeah.
okay, so okay. I don't take planes, but I do take trains and automobiles,
Well,
and I
come
do
see me.
understand they got these things called coolers now. So how about you
Mhm.
fix me up some crab cakes and send it down here to South Carolina? I'll be very happy because me me and Aldi have a great relationship when it comes to crab cakes. So yeah.
Hey, listen. Listen, the homemade crab cakes taste so much better than in store to me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, see.
Come see
Because
me. I got you.
okay, because see, my
Come see me.
stomach already talking for itself, but we can go there. But you said you went from North Carolina to Baltimore?
Hmm.
How
Yes, ma'am.
that how has that been a change? I know that's like seems like two different worlds.
Well, to me, I didn't really have a hard time adjusting because, like I said, I was born in New York. I didn't move to North Carolina until I was 14 years old.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Now I can tell you that me living in North Carolina was always a big adjustment because of course, it's way slower, is way different. Here in Baltimore, to me, I just feel like honestly, I'm back home. That's what it feels like to me. It's like I just blended right in. I just got with the program, like, oh, all right, this how you do this. And now I'm here and I love it. Everybody always asks me though, like, are you going back home? I'm like, I'm not gonna even lie. North Carolina ain't never been home for me. Like my mama moved there.
I understand it. I understand it. And a lot of
Yeah.
people say that they come down south is slower. But like where I am right now, we have a lot of people from up north that come down here to South Carolina and they come to actually retire.
Hmm.
But then they speeding us up when we trying to say, hey, Lord, slow it down. But then they come down here and they complain that we too slow. But you
Yep.
can't come here because we're slow. So what we doing?
To me, I just feel like the South. I like. Don't get me wrong. I love the South. Like I love the South hospitality. You know what I'm saying? I love it because everybody know up north is rude.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the
yeah,
big difference.
yeah.
So, but like you said, I do feel like moving down south, that's for people who already know, like, listen, I'm done with whatever I got going on. I'ma just slow down. I'ma just slow down. I tell everybody, like, don't go down there if you still looking for fast pace, because that's not gonna be where you want to be.
We are
And that's
not.
just the truth.
We are not. Mm-mm, we are not. And I do know a lot of people. It was a coworker of mine who showed me that I'm not being rude. That's just where I'm from. Because
Hmm.
she was from New York, and when she used to talk, she used to sis, and I'm like, yo, we don't talk like that down there. We Southern Belles. We ain't all up in. I said, you
But
gotta.
we are definitely known for being rude up north. So it's just like when they hear it, they be like, "Oh, she's so rude," and be like, "I'm not trying to be rude. Like I'm just telling you what it is. This is say it nicer. Well, what's nicer?" Now Baltimore, when I moved to Baltimore, it's like a whole different ball game, and I love it here. I don't know if it's the blackness. I don't know what it is, but it's a whole different ball game, and I did have to adjust to how like they demeanors was, because I used to be like, yo, everybody alright? Cause why everybody seems so angry? But then the longer I stayed, and I was just like, oh nah, they not angry. That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just where they are. That's just where they from. That's just how they get off. And ever since then, I've been good. I was like, oh, all right. Everybody was like, yo, you really like it. I think I've been back home. I've been back to North Carolina maybe once or twice since I moved here. I'm in New
She,
York like every other month. Every month I'm up there in New York partying or doing whatever I'm doing.
she said to ask them, everybody all right?
Yeah, like yo, everybody, because to me it just seemed like everybody was mad. But once I got to know people and I actually started making friends and stuff, I was like, oh no, they not mad. That's just how they are. And I love the Baltimore people. Don't get me wrong, because they be having me cracking up out here.
They do not play whatsoever. I do remember some people who came down here from Charleston, and then this one dude he used to always come to where I work at, and he used to been so rough. And I remember talking to him like, Madonna, why are you talking to me like that? What you mean? Why I
Mhm.
talking to you like that? Yo, that's just how I talk, son. I'm like,
And he not
that's,
even meaning to talk to you the way he talking to you, but that's just really him just having a conversation.
and you know what? Even now, in circumstances that I am, that I be placed in, I have to realize that that's just them. It just
Mhm.
you either shut the heck up and flow with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It'd be
So
like that
what?
though.
So what made you want to become an author? What? Why be an author?
Truthfully, um, I had no intentions on becoming an author. Truthfully.
Wow.
I didn't. So when I created my first journal, Taking Back My Power, I was fresh off having my daughter, my baby daughter, and I struggled from postpartum depression. And by me struggling from postpartum depression, I started dealing with some other things. You know, I went through some other things before I met my daughter's dad. And I just had like all this trauma. I was an angry girl. Like I was mean. I wouldn't smile. I wouldn't do nothing. And I was just like, I got to figure out a different way because it's like, this is going to take me out if I don't. So when I came up with taking back my power, I was like, I do know that there are people out here who don't trust people like me. You feel me? Because like at one point I used to be like, oh, I'm gonna just go vent to my friend or I'm gonna vent to my family, and then all my business is just all over the place. Or you know,
Woo,
people
her.
start judging what they don't really understand because they ain't going through that situation. So that's where taking back my power came, because I was like, yo, I can write whatever I want to write in this book and she gonna be good, and I ain't gotta worry about her getting out unless somebody steal her. And even if you steal her, it ain't gonna mean nothing because it's those are my words. Those are, you know what I mean? Those are my words. That's my story. That's what I went through. And how the title came about was I'm feeling powerless. I'm struggling mentally. I gotta fix it. So yeah, we gonna take back my power. That's how that came about.
Wow. And then you got another one that's called Black Girls Do Therapy. Notes from the session that healed the little girl within. That is powerful. A lot of us as women don't realize that our trauma comes from when we're young.
Yep.
And a lot of that trauma, I'm not trying to put you guys out there, but a lot of that trauma comes from our fathers
Absolutely.
and them not being there. And I mean,
Absolutely.
and I'm just going to speak from a mother that I have a little girl too. And y'all, I got a 23-year-old and 11-year-old. Boy, that 11-year-old be taking a sister out. Okay. But when my 23-year-old, me and his father was married, but we decided to divorce. It was like, look, we friends. We ain't got time. Let's just go ahead
Right.
and do this. But we made sure that we were in our son's life to the fact that I never wanted none of my kids to be without their dad. So my son's father, we were living in the same apartment complex. Yo, he was living in one apartment. I was living in another. We would see the child run through the courtyard to the other house. That's how determined we wanted to be as parents. Now I'm a daughter father. That's a whole different ball game, and I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. I do make sure that he's involved, but a lot of us females do not understand that the first trauma is almost 9 times out of 10 the father. You came up with this book, and thank you from a black woman's standpoint, y'all. I'm about to bring the book up so y'all can see what I'm talking about. What made you want to write this book, Black Girls Do Therapy?
So Black Girls Through Therapy is a journal and it's a coloring book all in one. So some pages you will see some powerful women, and go ahead and color her because that's reminding you, yo, this is you right here. This is you. You're powerful, right? And then of course we have the empty spaces, but we also have the journal prompts. What made me write her is because Black girls do therapy. Now, I don't know about nobody else, but I could speak for me. I could count on my hand how many times people have said to me, like, yo, therapy is not for Akon. Why not? You get what I'm saying? Why not? Because if we can't go and sit in these safe spaces, how are we supposed to operate properly? So when does this stop? When does this change? Because all we're doing is we out here, we carrying all this baggage. We got all this trauma. Our wombs is scarred, right? In our minds, we're just like, oh, everybody is the same. And before we know, we're projecting it on our kids. We are literally projecting it on our kids, or we projecting it around people who may genuinely care about us, but being that we don't really understand that self-love and we don't get it, it'll never be clear to us. So yes, Black girls do therapy. You want to know truth? I went through therapy. I've been going through therapy since I was 14 years old. I can tell you, I didn't stop therapy about 5 or 6 times even up until adulthood, right? And then I quit. I didn't go back into therapy until I moved to North Carolina. I mean, until I moved here to Baltimore. That's when I came up here. I got another therapist, and I was like, all right, this time I'm gonna stick it out. Because the move was solely for me to focus on myself. Because when I was in NC, I was worried about saving other people. I was worried about pouring into other people, and I'm realizing like I'm constantly pouring, and ain't nobody pouring into me. So I'm
Ooh.
emptying all I got.
Mm.
I'm emptying all I have.
Mm.
It took for me to be like, you know what? I looked at my fiance and I was like, hey, yo, I'm out of here. He like, what do you mean? I'm leaving. I'm gone. I'm going about my business. He like,
Yo.
what? What? The kids there like, what? He like, man, I'm just following your lead, whatever. Nobody knew that I was leaving the state. Girl, everybody found out 24 hours before I was leaving when everything was already packed up. Packed up. I came to Baltimore, Maryland in a minivan with clothes through the whole apartment out. Nothing. Started completely over.
Oh my God, you are brave. You are brave.
Started completely over. And
You done
what I
hit
say it was easy
so
for
many.
me when I did that? No. But I knew deep down inside for me that if I didn't make that move, I was never gonna solely focus on what Devonna wanted. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I was acknowledging already the things that I've been through, like the DV, being locked up, going through all of that. I I I was there. I was already, trying to sort it through, but I was just like, I can't do this because I'm standing right here in the middle of my trauma. I gotta go. I gotta focus. I
You
got
done
to
said,
focus.
you done say so much in that little bit of time when you talked about this book. Like, this is crazy. I know that feeling of pouring into every single person and not having anybody pour into you, or not having them pour into you correctly, because they may think they're pouring into you, but they're pouring into you and there's a spout going right back to them.
And I tell you another thing. When I left NC, I hugged. I'm the oldest. First of all, I am the oldest kid on both sides, right?
Mm,
So when I
yep.
left, I would never forget my brother, God rest his soul, because I did lose him. But he looked me in my face and he was like, yo, you really out of here? And I was like, hey, yo, bro, I'm gone. He said, why are you leaving? He said, are you leaving because, you know, of your relationship? Or I said, nah, I ain't leaving for none of that, bro. I said, I'm leaving because I gotta focus. And I'm feeling like I'm not doing nothing but constantly operating in a whole bunch of trauma here because here everything reminds me of everything I already went through. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it's like I need something new. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm out here, I'm creating a family. So I want to be better because I want to present myself better to my children, especially my daughter. Like even to my sons. Like I want to be healthy. And I'm feeling like me holding on to this is not making me healthy. So the only way for me to do this is I'm just gonna separate myself from everybody. And it's nothing against nobody because I love each and every one of you. But I'm gonna separate. Call me if you need me.
Yo, you make me want to just go ahead and get this book now, because this is crazy how you are sitting at my front door. Like, I've been there. I totally have been there, and you could feel yourself getting to the point where, as either I need to back away, be silent, or it's about to be just
You know,
bananas
for
in this
me,
camp.
I definitely felt like I started crashing and burning. And don't get me wrong, I've crashed and burned a couple of times, like a couple of times. I actually had my first baby at 18. You know what I'm saying? So from 18 to now being 33, I can tell you what parts of my life where I was like, oh, hold up. I started waking up. And it was like, yo, I can't believe that I sat back and was hard headed. But I was only
Mm.
hard headed because I didn't really understand. So it took for everything to be stripped away from me. for me to be like, hold the hell on. Wait a minute.
Wait
You know what
a
I'm saying?
minute.
Let me
Yes.
get it together. And even then I didn't get it all the way right, but I was working. I was doing it. I was doing it. And then as I kept going, I was like, oh, all right. But in the midst of that, I ended up being everybody else saver, and I still wasn't really for real saving myself. And I understand that we do live in a world where everybody love the social media, everybody love the gossip, but it's just like, yo, can you really trust people to do this? And me, I'm very wary of people. So yeah, I sat down and I was like, yo, I'm gonna create this journal. That journal was intentionally for me and me only, and it just so happened somebody was just like, yo, if you don't put that journal on Amazon KDP, and I'm like, for real. And then when I noticed people was like, yo, I like that journal, take it back my power. That's the first baby. She the first. I was like, yo, that was not the plan. But you know what? God, I trust you. You know?
Yeah. She said that was not the first plan.
Listen, that was not the first plan. Then here come Black Girls Do Therapy. I was like, yeah, definitely Black Girls Do Therapy. Why? Because every time you turn around, we keep on telling each other, yo, it's not all right. Don't do that. Why are you gonna go in there and tell a white man your business? You know, people are ignorant people. And it's like it's nothing
Ignorant.
ignorant about it.
And if you don't want to go to somebody white, there are qualified black
And
people out there.
and I know for a fact that is one, because guess what? Mine's is a black man.
Mine was a black woman.
I got a
I
black
went
man.
through 1 year was matter of fact, not 1 year. One night changed my whole world. And it was first brought to me through my job. Like, we want to offer you therapeutic services because we know what happened at this. But now we heard this happened that led to that. And we
Hmm.
see your world is like, we see you
Every
still working,
time.
but my coworkers were concerned. It was like Teresa's not her happy, cheery self like she used to be. Like, what's going on? And at first they gave me a white lady. I'm like, lady, you don't under, especially the situation that happened. I said, ma'am,
Yeah.
I can't have you. I need a black person. And I
Right,
did
right,
get her
right.
Gwyneth, Miss Tiffany. Hey, Miss Tiffany. She is
And
back in the
that's what I
States.
was saying too. Like even
Yes.
mine, like I told my therapist, you're the first therapist out of all these years I've been going through therapy that I'm actually where I'm just like I'm comfortable. And I see
Hmm.
the change. But he always tell me, when he talked to me, he was like, yo, from the very first time I met you, I already knew what you were, because you was just like, well, yeah, nah, we ain't rocking like that. This how this gonna happen. He like, you definitely, you know what you want. Absolutely. And guess what? I'm glad that I met him, because even being here, I had to navigate through some things, because life. That's
Hmm.
just what it
Life is
is.
life.
And exactly. And honestly, if I wasn't in therapy when my brother, lost his life, I probably would have crashed and burned all over again, because that was my best friend. But I took another approach, and my therapist was there. He was showing, like, listen, I'm not just here because it's my profession. You know what I'm saying? And that made me like, oh, all right, okay. And from there, he's been my therapist ever since, 2 years.
Well, congratulations. There's this lady that I look to. She's a pastor. And she said this to me because, being in the black community, it was always said, if you got problems, go to church. But guess
Go to
what?
church.
Half of the time the answer ain't there because half of the time the problem is there. But we're going to leave that for another episode, y'all. We going to go
Yes,
there now.
ma'am.
But it's this lady, and I love following her ministry. She said, every person should have two things: a Bible and a therapist.
Amen.
And at that time, I don't feel bad because I think I was the first person in my family to actually go through therapy. And I wasn't telling my family. I would just tell them, oh, when I go to work, I go on an hour and a half walk, lunch break. Not knowing that that time I'm actually walking around the neighborhood talking to my therapist.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's me.
And I'm glad that I did that because I truly, yeah, yeah. Your
I
girl wouldn't
got
be the
you.
smiling girl that she has. But let me ask you a question.
Hmm.
What do you want from your readers to take from Black Girls Do Therapy?
Do the work.
Mm,
It's okay to want the help. It's okay to feel like you need the help. Don't be afraid to reach out. Just make
mm,
sure that you do the work. And faith without works is dead.
Oh, she did it. She said it. She went there. She went. You
Do the
did it.
work. You do the work and you will eventually see the change. Pray about it. Go to God about it. But make sure you're doing the work.
Y'all heard her. I ain't got to say nothing else. We just gonna go to the fun questions because that right there, that's it. Ain't
That's
nothing
it.
else to be said. So I told you behind the scenes about those fun questions, right? And
Hmm.
mm-hmm. You ready, girlie? You ready?
I'm ready. Let me
All
see.
right. So my favorite television station now, because they got some good movies, especially this Mary J. Blige movie. I've looked at those movies 50 million times and I look at them like they're still day one. Lifetime Movie Network, because you know they got some good movies now. The
I didn't see
Whitney,
the
the
other two. I
Tony
see the
Rex.
first part though.
Which one? The Mary J.
The
Blige?
the very first one. I didn't get to see the other two yet.
Girl, you got to look at the other two. So which one did you look at when the husband cheated on the wife?
Yeah, with the friend, right? It was her best friend.
Yeah, okay, so they got the prequel of them being in high school. Yes, when they two first met. Girl, you gotta look at that
Wait,
one.
hold on. I gotta
And
go back.
and then the last one is them two getting married.
Oh yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go check those two out.
Girl, yes, it's the real love series, you guys. It's by Mary J. Blige. It's the cutest coming of age 3-part movie series. Y'all gonna love it. It's
Hmm.
just one of those feel good movies. But Lifetime called and they say, Miss Fuller, you know what? We love your book. And we do want to put the message out that it is okay for Black women to do therapy. If you can get any R&B star to be your therapist, to play, well, let's say, okay, so your therapist is a dude. So any R&B artist to play your therapist in the movie, who would you choose and why?
You said any R&B? Oh,
Now,
Chris
watch
Brown.
she bust out here and say Chris Brown. Did you say that? Why everybody? What is this with Chris Brown? Am I the only person who's not enthusiastic about Chris Brown? What is it about Chris
For
Brown?
Chris Brown, for me, it's his music. Like I enjoy his music. Like when he's actually talking about what he went through or what he going through, I rock with it. I would either do like Chris Brown or I'd do like an old school artist.
Who we talking about old school now?
Mm, give me like a Charlie Wilson, a Luther,
She
a
said, okay, hold
Gerald.
up.
Give me Gerald Levert.
Oh,
Hmm.
can't have Gerald. That's mine. Y'all,
Yeah.
that's
But
it. I
definitely
love me
Luther.
some
Cause you
Gerald.
remember when he hit you with that a chance, just a chance. Even when
And everybody want to go to our house just to get a
you
chair. So we have a various. We have Chris Brown, we got Luther, we got Gerald. Okay, so now we gotta have somebody to play you in the movie. So what '90s rapper will you get to play you in the movie?
90s rapper? Hmm.
I know who I want to say. I know who I want to say. She might not even be '90s, but I think she is '90s.
Um, I don't know. That's kind of hard for me. Like rapper wise, oh, a chick, you would have to give me like a Eve. Give me like a Eve, a
Ooh,
Foxy.
I was thinking Mia X.
Yep, her too. I definitely love her. I was
I lo-
coming to her. I was on my way
and
to her.
And I can see Eve too. And I can see both of them because now if you see these women right now, Mia X took the whole verse and carried it. So I don't know what the
Hmm.
devil the rest of them are doing on that verse challenge.
But
Like
she
y'all
ate that.
had me all hyped up, ready to twerk, but I was like, what were y'all doing? And then with Eve, her Tiny Desk concert was awesome.
Amazing.
So it's like I could see those two women because the growth that they made. So okay, so we have Chris Brown, Gerald Levert, Luther as your therapist. Then we
Mhm.
got Mia X or Eve for you. But now we have to have a co-author because you know two brains sometimes are better than one. What author would you want to co-author this book with you, and why did you choose them?
What author?
What author? It can be anyone.
Mm, Toni Morrison.
Ooh, you went legendary. Why Toni Morrison?
For one, I've always loved her books, and her books always teach you a lesson at the end. And for
Yeah.
two, I feel like as a her being my co-author, I feel like I can learn more from her. And
I
she's
see you.
older, and sometimes speaking with a elder really puts you in that mindset, and it make you think like, "I, it's time to step my game up." And I love a challenge,
Yes.
so I need to
That's what,
be beside anyone who would challenge me.
yo, see, that's what I tell this generation that's coming in. Y'all need to talk to your elders and not us. We talking about the great grandmothers, the
Hmm.
grannies, not the sassies, not the Jeep. We talk about the
The
grannies,
grannies,
the ones who be sitting on that porch, swinging side to
the
side with
side,
all their knowledge. Because once they gone, all we can remember and be able to use is paper and memory.
absolutely.
That's all we'll be able to do. Whew, girl, you done, girl, let me see here. We need to know where to follow you. Where can we follow you? Any upcoming events you have? Man, you need to just go ahead and give us the rundown.
All right, so on Facebook, you can follow me at the Healing Hue. All you got to do is type it in, my logo, everything will pop up. On Instagram is the Healing Hue underscore. I'm at the Healing underscore Hue. Or you could go on my website, thehealinghue.org, and sign up under my community.
There you
We
go.
we will be at somewhere in Baltimore. I forgot the street, the exact street, but it's this weekend. It's a pop-up shop. So I will be there, and it's from 2 to 6. This is our second pop-up shop as a new business. So I will also post the information on our business page.
Awesome. Well, you know what, girl? I thank you for being with me tonight. You made me feel so good. You just don't understand that I am so enjoying this right here. I
Hit
am
me
going to
up.
go ahead and get. I'm gonna go ahead and get me a copy. Cause see, let me see if I can go. You got okay. So we got paperback going on here. All right, so we can get a paperback. We can go. Oh, my son gonna kill me. So, but thank you for being with me tonight, girl. Look at here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Well, you guys, just like your girl say, this is another author in the books, and y'all, all the nuggets she dropped tonight, all that information she gave us, why don't y'all go ahead and get your books? We're in this new journaling era that's going on, which is awesome. And this would be a great way to start your journaling. And there's coloring pages. So if you're somebody like me, you like the color. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I like the color. Do not judge me, okay? You guys, it's another author in the book. Make sure you follow her on all social media. I'll see you guys again. Remember, there's no such thing as an old book because not everybody has read every book. Good night, everyone. Bye.